We are on the cusp of fire season here in New Mexico, and today the chief of the U.S. Forest Service was in New Mexico to give us the outlook for the rest of the year. News 13's Diana Sauceda is here with the story.
Well, Kim, as we know, last year New Mexico saw its largest forest fire in history, the Las Conchas fire. Statewide, 1.2 million acres burned. Experts are having a tough time predicting what this year's fire season will bring, but there are some positive signs.
Last year was a horrible year in New Mexico for wildfires. The Las Conchas fire was the largest in state history after burning more than 150,000 acres. It threatened the town of Los Alamos and the lab. The chief of the U.S. Forest Service came to New Mexico today to talk fire and water.
Increasing our restoration efforts to thin these forests so that they can be more resilient to when we do get fires. So when we do get large fires, we aren't going to see the level of damage that occurs to the watershed that we've seen in the past, and like what we saw just last year here in New Mexico.
Tom Tidwell is talking about the massive floods after the Las Conchas, caught on video at Dixon Apple Orchard. Santa Clara Pueblo and Cochiti Lake were also impacted by the post-fire runoff. But last year's fires did have a silver lining. High grasses burned, reducing fuel for this year. We've had some rain so far this year, so grasses are shorter and greener. But the big factor is, of course, weather. The Forest Service guru says the hot, dry anchor that lodged over the southwest last year was influenced by La Niña. That appears to be shifting to a wetter El Niño pattern, but speed is of the essence.
If we do this real quickly and definitively, the west gets wet. If this transition happens slowly and less definitively, the west stays dry.
The Forest Service will also slowly be replacing the fleet of aging air tankers with newer, faster fleets. The fleet has been cut from 43 in the year 2000 to only 11 contracted tankers this year. 5 of those are here in New Mexico. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Deanna. Now, another piece of the effort from the U.S. Forest Service is a program called FireWise. It teaches home and landowners techniques to clear and protect their own property.